Hey guys, it's Nesta. Welcome to an extra special house tour.
Just like we're ready. Kinda like you like that. You never ask if I'm happy or sad. Just like we're ready. Kinda like you like that. You never ask if I'm happy or sad.
Over the years, BCI has redefined what luxury is in Dubai. And with this brand new, fully renovated home, it truly is a masterpiece. It has 5 bedrooms, 6 bathrooms, and around 9,000 square feet. It's currently on the market for 80 million dirhams, around $22.2 million. If you're interested in purchasing it, we'll leave the details in the description down below. And I'm really excited to show you this house, guys. So without further ado, let's begin the tour. So we'll start the tour at the front of the property. And firstly, we've got to speak about the elephant in the room. Not the elephant, the hypercar we've got placed right in front of the home. A massive thank you to Nova Cars for providing us with this LaFerrari Aperta. I mean, this car costs just over $7 million. It's a special LaFerrari. I mean, such an incredible car. Just to be this close to it is mind-boggling. Now let's continue with the rest of the tour. You've got the driveway leading up to the automated garage. You will see the cantilevered overhang where you got space for another 2 cars just like you have inside with the wood details on that cantilevered overhang. We start to come up to the home, we look at the exterior, these smooth curves around the edges, white stucco finish. I love how those dark windows contrast against that white stucco. You'll see in front, you'll see the palm trees protruding out of the ground. This really gives me a Mediterranean vibe to the villa. You also have a walkway which leads to the back of the property. Now coming up to the home, you've got the tiles leading up to the front door. The doorway is made out of a combination of glass in these panels, which allows so much natural light to flood the entrance. And as soon as we come in, we immediately feel the grandeur of the home. Firstly, you see the double height ceilings, which makes the space feel massive, and that beautiful chandelier hanging down in the center with a stunning design. Either side of the entrance area are these mirrored panels which stretch all the way up to the ceiling, extending this space even further. On one side, there's this custom countertop made out of a combination of grey marble and brass. Now the brass matches the brass details that we have inlaid into the walls. You'll see a lot of these details throughout the home, and a small little seat on one side, perfect to put your shoes on as you come in. Now, coming into the home, there are 2 things that really impress you. Firstly is the view in the back, looking onto the pool and the sea through the living area. But the second is the staircase, which stretches all the way up to the top floor. Now this unique design, for me, it feels like it comes from Inception, like the world is folding onto itself. And there's so many beautiful details, which I'll talk about as we head upstairs. Now the first door leads into the TV room. Now from here we get to see the first hint of the earthy tones that we're going to see throughout the rest of the home. First we have the wood paneling on the back wall with the engraved little details. Now that wood matches the custom made TV wall. Now, as I spoke about, there's all these little brass details inlaid into the design. You'll see that through the rest of the home. That brass matches the shelving popping out, and the TV is integrated into that custom made TV wall. We've got a seating here at the back with a coffee table in front with views onto the palm trees and the front yard. Now we come back out, and from this angle you'll get to see more closely that design on the staircase, which I can't wait to talk about. We've got a little cove on the entrance here which leads to the elevator. and the powder room, which has a combination of travertine, dark wood, and this brushed copper effect. You'll see it around the edges of the mirror and on the Jessie sanitary, which we have throughout the rest of the home. They've even put it on the handles to the glass tinted doors, which separates the water closet at the back. We also have a floating vanity, grey marble countertops with the Antonio Lupi sink sat atop of that countertop. Now let's start making our way into the main hub of the home. Now you can see the design has evolved now. We've got these dark earthy tones contrasting against the light tones throughout, like the book matched travertine floors throughout this whole ground floor, and the light tones of the seating in the back. On the entrance, there's this art piece here with a mirror in behind, but on the other side is the bar area with a marble island in the center. You'll see these details here which add a little bit of texture to that marble. Bar chairs in front, beautiful light fixtures above which look like a backlit onyx, which matches the backlit onyx on this back wall here. You'll see these shelving, and they've introduced these little grooves where you can store your bottles of wine. Underneath there's a leather wrapped countertop. Push to open drawers, you open it up, it's been partitioned off and clad in wood, so you can even store bottles inside and wine bottle openers and stuff like that. Now this whole wall has been clad in wood. You've got storage all around and these push to open cupboards. Now you open them up, on one side there's the wine cooler and on the other there's some shelving. You also have an exit directly to the backyard from here, which I can't wait to get to. Now, if we want to continue, let's move into the main hub of the home. Firstly, it's the living area, and there are so many design details here I want to talk about. First, we've got the seating wrapping around, made out of different textures, like the fabric and the leather revolving seats here. Got the coffee tables in the center, made out of a tinted glass, which matches the tinted glass that we saw on the staircase leading upstairs. We look above us, we've got this light fixture hanging from the ceiling, although I've even called it a chandelier with this kind of industrial kind of design, these same brushed brass we've been seeing throughout the rest of the home. I love how it has those LED strips, which adds this soft lighting. Now, these are the levels of BCI. They knew the design of this light fixture hanging down, how it has those soft curves. So they made this whole space to match. Like if you look at the ceiling above, the indented part has those soft curves with recessed lighting, which again adds soft light. But even the AC strips, which you usually see are in a square, they match the design of that light fixture, which I thought was a really nice detail. Now this main hub has the living, dining and kitchen area all semi-interconnected with this divider wall in the center. You look at the exterior, it's been clad in leather with the brushed brass details in between, TV integrated into that wall with a fireplace integrated into the marble block underneath. But what they've done is they've introduced these drawers underneath so that you can store your TV remotes, knickknacks, and stuff like that. If we move around to the other side, same design except for it has a painting which adds a pop of color to the room. You'll also see the pillar here which has the same design just like the divider wall. Now that leather matches the leather on the Tory leather chairs wrapping this entire table. We've got space for 8 people in a teardrop shape, light fixtures above, and again those soft curves on the AC and the indented part of the ceiling. On the other side there's this art piece which wraps the entire wall, even this elevated part, which I thought was a really nice detail. Now let's move into the kitchen, which is made by Molteni, a world-renowned designer just like Turi, coming from Italy. You'll see the brushed brass details on the cupboards underneath, travertine countertops, and integrated into the kitchen are Gaggenau appliances. First is the induction cooktop, which is kind of a little bit tech savvy. So you get this little thing here, and while we're here, you look at the inside of the drawers, how it's been partitioned off, really nice design. But the Gaggenau oven, there's this little magnetic fob here. So you do that and you press this to turn on. And if you move it around, it changes from the hot plates that you have, turn it up and down, got the extraction fan in the center. I thought this was a really cool detail. Now let's put that back so we don't lose it. We also have the coffee maker, convection oven, also made by Gaggenau, just like the fridge here in the back. Now, on the back countertops, it matches the travertine that we have from the island and contrasted by the dark wood wrapping this entire wall. There's also a brushed brass finish on the exterior of the cupboards. If we open this up, we got the Gaggenau dishwasher right here, and this drawer, you'll see underneath, there's a cooker system. Now, these are incredibly expensive. They're not the only one in the home, and from this, you get filtered water, cold water, hot water, and sparkling water. Now, if you wanted to, you could have this whole area as a clean look and close it off with these pocket doors which pull out right there. Now, this is not the only kitchen in the home. We also have a service kitchen which has a ribbed glass door on the entry, and as we come in you can see there's no expense has been spared. That same design that we saw in the show kitchen. Brushed brass finish on the exterior, dark wood, an extra dishwasher right here, the Gaggenau induction cooktop, convection oven underneath, with another cooker system just like we had in the show kitchen, with the dual fridge freezer combo here at the back. We come now into the laundry area, which has a washer dry combo, the marble countertops, and storage all around, the same wood that they've used throughout the rest of the home. You also have these service quarters. Now, they've spared no expense in here. You'll see when we get into the ensuite bathroom. You come in, it's still wrapped, so there's plastic around it, but that's because it's brand new. There's a double bed on one side, storage on the entrance and at the back. And through this door here, you actually have a space which brings in open air down the side of the home, so you could air this part out. And at the back is the ensuite bathroom with a floating vanity, sink sat atop of that countertop, and the walk-in shower with a tinted glass window on the exterior with the brass trim around the edges. Probably one of the best service quarter bathrooms we've seen in our house tours. But as we come outside of the service quarters, this door leads directly into the garage, which is its very own uniquely designed space. You'll see the black epoxy resin floors, so if you wanted to, you could change it into something different, like a gym, or just have one side as a gym, one side to park your cars. I love the sleek design in here as well. You look at the lighting above, you don't usually find that in garages. The walls on the side have the grey marble that we've been seeing throughout the home. And at the back, there's these wooden cupboards which hide all the electrical gear. Now, just in the corner here, there's a small inbuilt sink. But if you wanted to have a fully clean look, there are these pocket doors which pull out and cover all that over. I mean, such a nice garage. Now, let's head back through the dining and kitchen area. Now, this home hasn't just been fully renovated, it's been fully extended as well. So before it was done, the end of the home was right here. So they've added all this space in behind, even upstairs. What's great about the ground floor as well is how you have these floor-to-ceiling glass windows and sliding doors, bringing in that natural light from the outside. We go out of this huge sliding door into the backyard, and as soon as we come out, it truly does take your breath away. The views of Dubai never get old. I can't wait to show you the views, especially from the primary bedroom on the top floor. But even from here, we've got a glimpse onto the skyline, the Ain Dubai, which is the world's largest Ferris wheel, even bigger than the London Eye. What's great about this home is that because we're so high up the front, there's so much space between the next one, so you get that extra level of privacy. Now, I forgot my sunglasses today, and with it being so bright, I'm going to be doing a lot of squinting on this backyard tour, especially with these white tiles that we have throughout the whole backyard, which reflects that sun a little bit, but adds a little bit of brightness, so it's a good thing as well. On one side, we got the sun lounges next to the direct access to the private beach in front. You also have an outdoor shower right there. In the middle is this waterfall edge pool, which blends smoothly with the sea in the background, with some more sun lounges integrated into this elevated part of the pool. On the other side of the backyard is the entertainment spaces. So firstly, we've got the barbecue area and island with grey marble countertops. You actually have an induction cooktop up here, which you don't get to see outside, and a barbecue integrated into the island. Now, this may not look like a barbecue, but if you just open it up, You can see it's got the grill plates and cooktops with storage all underneath. From there, we can look at the exterior of the home. White stucco on the exterior, just like at the front, but they've added these wooden details on the underside of the terraces, which matches the wooden details on the pergola, which stretches down the length of the side of the home. It's even cantilevered over onto this side, adding extra shade throughout the whole day. Now this space feels really cozy just because we're underneath that, and we kind of pushed into the side of the home. This is one of my favorite spots out here. Firstly, we have the dining area, which has a table, seats 8, wooden tabletop contrasting against those light tones, and a small lounge area at the back with a fire pit in the center. Beautiful design to the seating, and with that fountain in the back, it gives such a nice vibe out here. Great spot to relax and chill. Now from here, I told you by the bar area there's an exit directly into the backyard. We'll go back in through here and we'll start exploring the bedrooms. Now, as we head upstairs, I said I'd talk a little bit more about the staircase, and it is one of my favorite features of the home because we've never seen anything like it in the homes that we've toured in Dubai. As I said, it reminds me of the Inception style where the worlds fold over on themselves, or these staircases in the Harry Potter films. I mean, yes, I am a geek, but you'll see this is a floating staircase. The marble is protruding out of the wall in these slabs with the recessed lighting underneath. These dark banisters on the side matching the coffee table we saw in the living area. And from here, we get incredible views. Firstly, onto the foyer area, and we see that stunning chandelier a little bit more up close. We look up from here. These parts aren't floating, but they've used the port beam underneath the staircase, which leads to the second floor, has the same brushed bronze finish on the exterior. Now we come up to the landing, and this is where we have access to 4 of the bedrooms. We've got the primary right on top, which covers the whole floor. Now it's in the same aesthetic up here as we saw downstairs, with the dark wood, smooth white walls and travertine throughout. But as soon as you step into the bedroom, there's a little bit more of a darker theme. You'll see the dark wood all along the floors. Now they've used a light wood to clad the walls, but it still has those accents in between the panel. Really nice design. You'll see at the back here, the TV mounted on this polished travertine wall with the grey countertop stretching all along the bottom. You could use this even as an office setup with space for a chair there underneath. We look at the bed setup on the other side. I love the unique design in behind the headboard. This is custom made by BCI. It has a textured finish on the stucco. They've done that themselves. Either side of the bed are these hanging light fixtures. You'll see the bronze trim all around with the bed in the center and a custom made side table made out of the same marble we see on the countertop underneath the TV. You also have access to a balcony out there, so you can watch the sun setting over the Atlantis on Royal Atlantis on the other side, which you'll see from one of the other bedrooms. Now at the back is this huge walk-in. Most of the rooms have so much space. There's a pocket door on the entry where they've combined the dark and light wood. Slides right into the wall. You come in, there's the cabinets all along the walls with a small vanity area just there. You open up the cabinets, the recessed lighting turns on, shoe shelving with the LED strips above illuminating all the items that you have in those cupboards. And at the back is the ensuite bathroom, enclosed in glass. They've now used copper, like we saw in the powder room downstairs, for the trim around the glass door, the trim around the mirror as soon as you walk in, and the towel rack underneath. There's a custom floating vanity made from travertine and wood details underneath, with the walk-in shower also enclosed in a tinted glass. You look above us, there's a huge rain head wrapped in polished travertine and natural light coming in through the frosted glass window. You also have an essential seat. I always say you have to have a seat in the shower because the best thinking comes in the shower. It's floating with recessed lighting underneath. Really nice bathroom setup. But we move further down the corridor. You can see in the landing how they've introduced pieces of artwork and olive trees just to add a pop of color. We come into the next bedroom. On the side wall, there's floating cabinets. These are push to open cupboards You open them up, clad in wood on the inside with a travertine countertop underneath. Now this whole setup actually continues onto the TV wall, which I'll show you as we head into the bedroom. On the right side is the walk-in wardrobe wrapped in cabinets. You open it up, it's been clad in wood, the recessed lighting turns on, push to open drawers underneath. And behind me is the entrance to the ensuite bathroom, but the door is actually multifunctional. So if you had it closed, get ready in here and you've got the mirror setup to take a look at yourself. But let's walk into the ensuite bathroom. Again, so much space in here, clad in the dark wood, copper detail in between the wood, matching the trim around the mirror, light fixture above, and the sink built into this travertine countertop. What I love here is how they've made every room unique, and every bathroom they've added different textures, like the rib design on the exterior here with cupboards underneath made from the travertine. At the back is the walk-in shower, a huge rain head above, also wrapped in the polished travertine, custom niche on one side, and the essential shower seat. Now we continue into the bedroom. You can see how those floating cabinets continue on onto the custom-made TV setup, all made from that dark wood with the TV fit flush into that wall, mirror on the side. Opposite that is the bed setup. Now they've used a couple of different materials here. You've got travertine in the back, which smoothly moves onto the side table, all coming as one. This is custom made by BCI. You'll see the headboard, which has been made out of this brown felt, matching with the earthy tones we have throughout the whole home, with the huge bed in front. Now, what's great about the bedrooms on this side of the home, you're waking up to the incredible views of the Palm Jumeirah and that Dubai skyline that we saw in the backyard. Now, if we move into the next bedroom, this has been clad in the same light wood that we saw in the first one. But what I love is how they've used different textures now. You see the bottom part has the rib design with these little accents in between. On the entry is the walk-in closet. So much space in here, cabinets lining all the walls. And if we take a look inside, it's been clad with wood, and the exterior of the drawers have the same leather that we saw downstairs. There's so much space in here for shoes and everything that has all been custom made. Now we come to the back. There's a mirror right next to the entry to the ensuite bathroom, which has the walk-in shower enclosed in glass, but now it's a dual shower. You'll see two rain heads above and even two seats either side. You also have a dual floating vanity. Travertine countertops with the sinks built in. You see the copper design on the Jessie sanitary, different textures on the exterior of the travertine. This has all been cut with water jets with wooden drawers underneath, mirrors either side with the copper matching the copper on the sanitary and the towel rack on the side. Now let's move into the bedroom, and as soon as we come in, wow, that view just opens up, and it's not even the best view of the home. It comes from the primary, which I can't wait to get to. But yeah, seriously, it takes your breath away with that skyline in the back. I mean, I would love to wake up in one of these bedrooms. Now we come in here, there's a custom TV set up on one side with the TV mounted on the wood-clad walls. Underneath, the travertine countertops in 2 levels have been built. If you look underneath, there's the push to open drawers, which have travertine on the exterior as well, with a small desk setup on the side. At the back of the room is the bed setup. Ottoman at the front, matching the design on the headboard at the back. Different textures on the back wall. You've got the smooth stucco and the wood panels. Also, if you look above us, matching downstairs, there's these soft curves with the indentation of the ceiling and the track running around it. Now we go into the final bedroom before the primary, and from there you get a little bit more of a different perspective of this whole upstairs area. There's another landing area coming out from the elevator with a small little bit of seating, and from up here we're looking onto the foyer, which has gone even prettier somehow with that chandelier hanging down in the center. Now we come into the final bedroom down here. So this is front facing, just like the other one on the other side, looking onto the street. We've got the ensuite bathroom as soon as we enter, wrapped in travertine with dark wood cladding the wall on the side, copper details in between those wood panels. Got the floating vanity stretching across this side wall, wooden drawers underneath, custom built sink on the interior, mirror above extending the space even further, and the light fixture hanging down, which actually gives soft light coming from above. If we look at the back, is the walk-in shower enclosed in glass, and this is the first bathroom that doesn't have a seat. Okay, we'll just call this the kids' room. They don't need a seat when they're in the shower. You've got the rain head when you come in, custom built shampoo niche on the side. It's still ideal, even though it hasn't got the seat that I love. We move it into the bedroom. On the entry, there are the cabinets, glass panel doors on the exterior, clad with wood inside. Now that same wood has been used on the countertop underneath this TV, which stretches along this whole wall. You've got a desk set up on one side, the TV mounted on the polished travertine walls. On the other side is the bed setup. In behind is this ebony gloss wood light fixtures hanging down, but this bedroom has something super unique. From here, this is one of the only bedrooms, except for the rooftop terrace, where you have a view onto the Atlantis Royal Hotel in the back. It's only just a sneak peek. We'll get a full view of it once we head upstairs, which we're going to do right now. Let's head back out to the landing and head up the final part of the staircase towards that primary bedroom. From up here as well, I feel like the view to the foyer area is evolving. You still get a sneak peek onto that whole area. Up here, there are these huge glass windows which bring in so much of that natural light, so it feels even brighter. There's a lot of different spaces. Firstly, we're going to start exploring the gym area, which is enclosed in this tinted glass. As soon as we come in, there's the soft flooring that you usually find in gyms, but my favorite feature on the entry, which I would love to own in my own home, is a sauna. And as soon as you step in, you can smell that wood that you only find in saunas. There's actually a lot of space in here as well. It feels so cozy with the wooden panel de-elevated from the ceiling with soft lighting coming in from it behind. And when you sit here, you actually have a window which you can look onto the sea in the back, so it doesn't feel that claustrophobic in here, which is really nice. We come into the gym area. There's enough space in here for a home gym. I personally would change the setup a little bit. I probably wouldn't have the bike and just have some free weights over here just to do some training and yoga and stuff like that. But what's really cool is you have your very own rooftop terrace. You have one on the other side so you can enjoy the views from both sides. And especially on this side, this is where the sun sets in behind the Atlantis Hotel in the back. So it's perfectly placed. And from up here, we get a full view of the Atlantis Royal. I mean, this is such a marvel, one of Dubai's most iconic landmarks. You got some seating out here so you can chillax at the end of the day. Now, when you go back inside, you can come in through this door here to the other part of the landing area of the second floor, where we have a small office area. Now, you can see the office desk has been built custom around this load-bearing pillar. As I said, this home was fully extended, so all this is extra space, just like the rooftop terrace. You look at the exterior of the pillar, it's been wrapped in leather with that bronze trim in between. Now also, we have the elevator coming directly from the ground floor. So if you have to have meetings up here, someone could come in, go straight in the elevator all the way up without disturbing the rest of the home. And what's a really nice feature is that the elevator is also made with that brushed bronze finish. But now we're finally heading into the primary bedroom, which has this open plan design with the walk-in wardrobe, ensuite bathroom and bedroom all seemingly connected. If you wanted to, you could close these spaces off with the pocket doors, which fit perfectly into the wall. Now, on the entry is the walk-in closet. A bit of a darker aesthetic in here with cabinets lining all the walls. You'll see the recessed lighting that turns on as you open the cabinets up with a small vanity setup. Adjustable mirror above with the glamour light coming out of it. Now we'll move it into this part of the primary bedroom. We'll start exploring the ensuite bathroom. Very light tones in here, but contrasted with the dark tones of the wood and the bathtub in the back. Got a floating vanity here on the entry, dual floating vanity with custom built sinks on the interior, copper details on the trim and around the sanitary with the towel racks right in front. We look at the back here. Obviously, the wow factor is the view, and I can't imagine soaking in this, looking out onto the view where you can actually see the Burj Al Arab and Burj Khalifa in the back. And right behind me, enclosed in glass, is the water closet on one side and the walk-in shower on the other. Now I want you to come in here with me because firstly, I want to show you this incredible view where I honestly can't imagine myself showering looking onto it. But secondly, I want to show you a couple of different features. The first one is the essential shower seat, like I always say you need in the shower. The second is this controller right here. So with the press of a button, you have frosted glass, privacy glass, which gives you that extra bit of privacy when you're showering. And second is this huge rain head above. I mean, there's so many knobs here. It would take me so much time just to figure it out. But it has this really cool feature. If you want to, you can turn on the lights and even change the color. I mean, you could probably have a rave in here. Just imagine that. That song in my head, like, no, I'm joking. That's just my mind where it goes to. Let's continue with the rest of the tour. We go into the bedroom itself, where we have more closet space lining this whole wall and the bed setup in the center. In behind, there's this custom-made art feature illuminated by these sleek hanging lights either side. Either side of the bed are these side tables, and this is all looking onto the TV mounted on this custom-made wooden wall. But the pièce de résistance of the primary bedroom is the view in the back. We come out through this huge floor-to-ceiling glass sliding door, and as we come out, the views just open up, and you've got these seating perfectly placed to enjoy those views. Even these sun loungers on the side here, with the sun rising over there, you can catch a tan in the morning. Now the weather in Dubai is still really nice. We're coming up to April. It's still cool. You can come outside and enjoy the sun, and it's super clear. Everything is crystal clear, like the Burj Khalifa in the background, the Burj Al Arab and the skyline with the Ain Dubai, which we saw from downstairs. I mean, the Palm Jumeirah is such a vibe, a dream place to live. Just wow. Now, unfortunately, that brings us to the end of our tour. I want to give a massive thank you to BCI for allowing us to showcase this masterpiece by them. We hope you guys enjoyed the tour as much as we enjoyed touring it for you. If you did, make sure you like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon so you know when the latest video has been released. Now, I'll see you guys in the next tour.
Just like we're ready.